It's your girl, the Grown Woman Gamer, and today I'm coming at you with a video highlighting the 3 most important things that the Warriors would need to do if they are going to win in this series against the Celtics. Before I get into that, you know what you need to do. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, comment whether you agree with me or not, and don't forget to share if you care. Number 1, the Warriors have to be successful shooting from outside the arc. While the Warriors had a lot of success in the series against the Dallas Mavericks in the paint, the Celtics are built differently. They actually have players who function as real centers, who are strong rim protectors. While Kevon Looney did a tremendous job in the series against the Mavericks, and we saw a level of offensive productivity and strength from him, I do not believe that we will see that as much in the series against the Celtics, simply because the competition is a lot higher at his position than it was in the series against the Dallas Mavericks. With that said, that puts a lot more pressure on Steph, on Clay, on Wiggins, and on Jordan Poole to score from outside the arc and from the mid-range. If they are, I would say, over 47% shooting from 3, they will be in an ideal position to win in any one of the games that they'll face the Celtics in this series. The second thing that will be really important is how well the Golden State Warriors are able to defend the paint and rebound. The reason why I'm lumping these two things together is because on paper, the Boston Celtics have a significant advantage both in the rebounding category and in their ability to defend in the paint, simply because they are bigger and stronger than the average player that they'll face in the starting lineup for the Golden State Warriors. With that said, I've watched the Golden State Warriors play previously, and they have a way of building a wall by doing like a box and one zone defense. I don't know how well that's going to work in this case. I think Miami attempted that with the Boston Celtics. The issue with doing a box and one against the Boston Celtics is that they can actually shoot. So pushing them outside is not pushing them outside of their comfort zone as far as shooting, and that goes for even Grant Williams and Al Horford, who are not the most reliable jump shooters, but if you leave them open, that allows them to potentially get into a rhythm, and they'll start to burn you, which will force you away from the basket because you'll have to make that decision to come out. And once you come out, then Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and obviously Jayson Tatum are going to start to burn you one-on-one. The Golden State Warriors would be wise to kind of stay away from a lot of one-on-one basketball in this series, but I think that it'll be up to the Boston Celtics to kind of force them into that, and doing that will definitely give Boston somewhat of an advantage. Defense is going to be extremely important, not tasking yourself with stopping any one player altogether, but just slowing the Boston Celtics down and disrupting their offense and forcing turnovers, which isn't the hardest thing to do against the Boston Celtics sometimes when they're not fully locked in and focused. That leads me to the third thing, turnover management, or just game management, ball management. Sometimes the Warriors have a tendency to get a little sloppy, especially with the passes. I mean, I've seen Stephen Curry. He's an excellent passer. I'm not throwing any shade, but sometimes his passes are a little weak. They're a little too finessed. A fast, strong player who's anticipating that can pick it off, or he'll end up turning the ball over, which leads to fast breaks. And you don't want to have too much fast break basketball against players as long and fast and strong as the Boston Celtics. So managing the basketball, not allowing the defensive prowess of the Boston Celtics to frazzle you and force turnovers is going to be a key in this series. If the Golden State Warriors, like I said, can shoot over 41 to 44% from 3, and manage their turnovers, keep the turnovers down, and make good decisions on defense that force the Boston Celtics kind of out of rhythm, then they have a chance to win this series and keep it pretty short because they are the smarter team, the more experienced team. They have more leadership, and they have a way of kind of making these adjustments, even mid-series, that tip the scale their way. So those are 3 of the most important things I think the Warriors will need to focus in on if they want to win this series. I'm also going to do a video on Boston, so be on the lookout for that. That probably might get posted at the exact same time. Thank you so much for listening to my commentary, watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, comment whether you agree with me or not, and don't forget to share if you care. And I'm out.